Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boys, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by Double J, Josh James. Which is Bad Blood? Wow, god damn. Mission Me, My Future Endeavors, Working for Endeavor, Sunday Center, and Big Money Drew. Welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Breaking news. Jesus Christ. I fucking hate these shows, but I love being on these shows with you.
So, what do you want to talk about?
Well, let's talk about the WWE making a $1.7 billion deal. Signing a television rights deal.
Only $1.7 billion? Oh, they better release some people.
Oh, that's what they did
Only
today.
$1.7 billion? They better release some people. God, that ain't enough capital.
I don't know, man. They brought The Rock back. They brought Cena back. Now, all of a sudden, you know what I got to say about that? The WWE is in shambles. Mass releases. Who's fucking next?
Here's the thing. So let's talk about Cena and The Rock right quick before we jump into these releases. So today it was announced that the writer's strike is looking to be ended by the end of the week. They've entered negotiations, and it looks like the writers will no longer be on strike at the end of the week. So if they enter negotiations with the writers, that means the actors are going to be off strike soon too, because that means they're willing to negotiate. The networks are negotiating now in good faith, which means people like The Rock and Cena are going to have things to do and won't be able to make these WWE appearances. Because you got to think in the last few months, the strike's been going on. Stuff that they had on their schedule to film is now going to have to be filmed once the strike is over, which is probably going to keep them busy through WrestleMania season.
Well, I don't think that there was any we knew that Cena was sticking around at least for until the winter.
Right.
He'll be on a few shows. But as far as The Rock goes, it didn't seem like there was any indication that he was even going to make another appearance this year.
Well, the way he kind of made it sound like he was going to be in Mania when he started talking about how things were in the work for last year's Mania.
No, he said they weren't in the works, that they were done. Like it was Roman versus The Rock at Mania, but then
if that's actually true, we don't know if that was actually true.
Because even Batista in the last few weeks is like, well, I ain't got nothing better to do. Maybe it's time to make a comeback, but
I'm telling lies.
That ain't gonna happen now.
I would love to see Batista come back.
Yeah, well, he's got a movie career.
I know.
And he's a lot more successful at it than most.
He is a great actor. I mean, I'm gonna say he is a great fucking actor.
Bro. Him in that movie, was it Gruber? Or Gruber?
Gruber.
Where he plays the fucking, oh my god, that movie was he was so good in that.
I think the movie with him and the little girl when he was the spy.
Oh yeah.
That was I thought like
that was good.
A fucking TV series?
The fucking where he looked back at the explosion and she turned him around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Batista's a funny actor. Like,
hey,
I love
the fucking Cabin in the Woods. Jesus Christ.
You mentioned that one. Did you guys
that
ever
was
see that one?
so fucking good.
Well, even that Netflix movie he did, the sequel to with Pierce Brosnan. I can't think of what it's called. But it was good.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also he was also in a 007 movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in the last one with the new James Bond. Can't think of the
I
fucking
didn't know
name.
there's a new James Bond.
I mean, new as in like 2019. Can't think of the guy's
Oh.
name though. Daniel
Let me-
Craig. That's it. Daniel
Oh,
Craig.
I thought he's been like James Bond forever.
No, he's been James Bond since at least like 2010, 2011.
Oh yeah, he's been
Oh,
James
shit,
Bond
you know.
for a minute.
I get hit a lot. I get hit a lot.
But you have an excuse. That's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm about to wrestle fucking Jacob Fatu in a couple weeks. So,
if he shows up.
Dang, dude.
wow. Let's hope he doesn't. Shit.
Let's see his filmography here. I didn't know he was in Riddick.
Oh,
Yeah.
He did the Scorpion King 3.
I forgot all about that.
I didn't even know.
Anyway, let's get to this fucking topic because I want to talk about the first WWE released superstar.
And this hurts.
Oh,
The
you know,
band-
wait, before we get
increased
into
my
that,
life insurance policy to
before we get into that, but they're making a sequel to that movie, My Spy.
yeah.
I didn't know that. The movie I was thinking of is Glass Onions.
Oh.
Glass Onion, the sequel to Knives Out.
Oh yeah, he was in that one.
He was good in
Knives
that.
Out was pretty good too, but yeah, he was good in that one. So let's talk about Emma because this right here
Emma, yes.
made my heart sink just a little bit.
It broke my
15
heart.
minutes. I looked at the Twitter. 15 minutes before she got released, the WWE had announced that they were going to Australia
Mm-hmm.
for a WWE Premium Live event. What's that Premium Live event again?
Elimination Chamber.
Elimination, yeah.
One of the biggest of the WWE's Premium Live events in her home country, Australia. And what
Mhm.
happened? She was like,
Really?
my dream come true. 15 minutes later,
Hmm.
never mind.
JK, guys, JK.
That
Yeah,
fucking sucked.
Yeah,
Yes.
poor Emma. I mean, that was just ruthless.
So Emma started out in the WWE and NXT where she got over. Her gimmick was so fucking over. Dude, that little stupid dance of hers, the little,
Oh, yeah.
that shit was over. People loved Emma, you know? And when she got moved to the main roster, it didn't work so well. So they turned her heel. Then it didn't work so well. So they repackaged her as Emmalina.
Oh, my
That
God.
lasted all of 2 weeks. Then she was gone off TV again. She finally returned to TV to team up with, well, she returned in an open challenge for the championship. I was fucking stoked when Emma showed up.
Me too.
She had made a great run in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, she was doing a whole lot of shit over there. She came back from Impact Wrestling. I was so excited when Emma got re-signed. I just knew they were going to do something good with her, and then they fumbled the ball. But
As
they
they
fumbled the
tend to
ball. Yeah, they fumbled the ball, but they put her together with her real life boyfriend, the person who was released also today, Riddick Moss,
Riddick,
AKA
Moss,
the Madcap. Julian is besides himself right now because Madcap Moss was Julian's pick to be the next big superstar.
Hmm.
And he won
Hey.
the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Julian was like, I told you.
Hey.
Julian lost the prediction championship betting on Madcap Moss.
Here's the thing. Just because someone's released doesn't mean they're not the next big superstar. Look at Matt Cardona.
Look at
Matt
look at-
Cardona
look at-
is
look at
more
Steph- look at
value-
Steph
Good
DeLander.
example.
Yeah. Matt
Steph DeLander said it on
Cardona,
Twitter, too.
Matt Cardona is more valuable now than he ever was in WWE.
Exactly.
Matt,
He's a bigger
Matt
superstar now.
is proof that WWE isn't the only place to go to find
Right.
success.
Well,
Steph
here's the thing.
DeLander too. Look at her.
Here's
She
the
got
thing.
released from NXT, and she's the
Oh,
queen
yeah.
of the Indies right now. She's the fucking next
Yeah.
best thing.
And here's the thing, like Matt Cardona is proof that if once you leave WWE, the problem people have when they get released in WWE is they try to rely on that name value that they made in WWE. Zach Cardona went out and created a whole new brand for himself, and he became a bigger star than he ever was in WWE.
You know what it is?
So-
Matt Cardona went out and became Matt Cardona.
And he put work in.
That's
He
what it
worked
was.
hard at it. He
He
worked
became
hard
he
at
went
it.
out and he did himself. And I've always
You're
told
right.
people, that the best gimmick is you dialed up to 10.
Yep.
because you know how to play you. You know how to be you. Just be you with a little bit of, you know?
Absolutely.
I still love his match with Nick Gage for the GCW Championship. That's still one of my favorites. And he's pretty much,
And-
after he wins the belt, he's just flipping everybody off. It's
Well, here's
just
the thing. Matt Cardona wasn't afraid to venture into new territory.
Yeah.
What other guy do you see leaving
Right.
WWE and going and doing death matches?
Yeah. Yeah.
He-
I mean, look
he-
at Cody. Cody left the WWE, went and created a whole fucking company with some
Yeah.
assholes.
And
Um,
what did Cody do? Cody, when he got out of WWE, he didn't rely on his WWE name. He created his own brand.
Yep.
And that's where these people that get released from WWE fell at, is they try to just live off their WWE success. You can't do that. WWE owns that brand that they put on their TV with you in it. You need to create your own brand if you want to be successful outside of WWE. You can't just rely on being, when you look at a poster of Matt Cardona on it, nowhere does it say ex WWE superstar.
No.
He don't need it because he created his own brand outside of WWE. That's what these people need to do, is create their own brand outside of WWE. Matt Cardona had the benefit of, he grew up a wrestling fan. So he knew, as a wrestling fan, he knew what he liked to see. And he created a brand based off that. And that's a problem with a lot of these people these days that WWE brings in because, they were football players, or they were, some that weren't wrestling fans. When they get released, they don't know what to do. Look at Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley was brought in because he was a football player. And once he got released, he didn't know what to do. When's the last time you heard about Mojo Rawley?
On TikTok.
Yeah.
That place makes stars now. You can't deny
that is true. But I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, you have to create a brand outside of what WWE, the box WWE puts you in. People like Eugene, Nick Densmore, a fucking amazing talent. Nick Denmore is so fucking amazing. And he didn't become a success on the indies after WWE because he's stuck with that Eugene bullshit.
Yeah.
If Nick Densmore would have just went out, dropped the Eugene shit, and just been fucking Nick Densmore, the fucking phenomenal wrestler, he could have had some success on the indies. But he tried to live off that WWE name recognition instead of paving his own way. And that's what, I mean, the two biggest stars to lead WWE and make a name for themselves are Cody and Matt Cardona. And neither one of them relied on their WWE background to become stars.
True. Yeah. Now, the Emma and Riddick Moss thing, they both were released today. Like we said earlier, we're really, really, really sad for Emma.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of guys that, and I just want y'all to know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to be like, these motherfuckers really should be fired, because that sucks.
No, there's only one of those on this
fired.
list that we'll get to.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You leave
but
Shaky
11
alone.
hours ago, Emma stated on Twitter, "Oops, never mind. I just got released. I'm no longer with the WWE." That was 1 hour after Elimination Chamber Perth, Saturday, February 24th. Adam Pearce came on and said, "Thank you for watching our television programs and for all the really positive messages I've seen on social media today, but mostly thank you for watching our television programs." What the fuck does that have to do with everyone that got fired?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm glad that tool still has me blocked. I don't give a fuck about him anymore.
Who?
Exactly.
Who are you talking about?
Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
Never heard of the guy.
So a lot of guys got released today. The next guy on my list that I want to talk about is Bryson Montana.
I don't even know who that is.
Bryson Montana is a guy from NXT. He was like NXT Level Up, one of those guys.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Level Up. Okay.
He was down there and he was really making strides. He posted 5 hours ago, "Thanks to everyone who supported me on my journey. As of today, my run with the WWE has come to an end. Thanks to everyone that's been a part of this chapter with me. Now it's the next chapter, a familiar chapter." So Bryson Montana, is he going back to the Indies? What is he going back to the Indies as?
Was he in the Indies?
Right.
I don't even know.
He's a guy that was trained out of Booker T's school.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
He's out of Houston, Texas. He's like a bodybuilder too, so he's got a lot of shit to do. You know what I mean? He can go back to being a bodybuilder. You know how the WWE does. They pull up these guys, they give them, they give them a push when they're not really wrestlers or just bodybuilders who
They love their
took a few bumps.
muscle. They love their meat on their men like that.
I bet they do. They like the big
love
meat and slap meat.
We used to say that a lot back in 2014, 15. Like at the height of the Roman Reigns era, before Roman Reigns was actually good.
The suffering succotash era.
Suffering succotash era. But they've released a lot of those big meaty men.
Right.
They got rid of Tino. I forgot.
Tino Sabatelli.
Yeah.
Tito Santana.
Yo, Tino Sabatelli he won though. He got fucking he got Mandy Rose. So trust me.
They got rid of Tito Santana because they didn't want to pay that podcasting fee.
I mean, motherfucker.
Just in this list of people from today alone, a couple of them are big guys.
So
some of them were already pretty over at one point too.
So while we're on the topic of NXT, Quincy Elliott was released.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Wow. Why, Drew? Tell me why you don't like Quincy Elliott.
Good. Transphobic piece of shit.
Yeah, that is true.
He was involved in a huge controversy at the end of last year, where he made a bunch of, or at least one or multiple burner accounts on Twitter, and was talking shit about multiple people in the locker room, their bodies, their looks, and whatever, and then was called out on it, and then did the cry me a river style bullshit. Like, oh, well, now I'm being, people homophobic against me, all that shit. Go fuck yourself, buddy. I'm glad you got fucked.
Isn't he the guy that was doing the gay gimmick?
You leave King Mabel's son alone.
Wow, don't disrespect Mabel that way.
Yeah,
hey, the man dressed like Mabel.
He actually did. But that one I couldn't care less about. That one's just like, well, sorry, you should have been gone at that moment.
I forgot he was even still there.
He was injured for a while, and then he wasn't around. And then he came back and did some stuff with Edgerson and Ofrey and Malik, whatever his last name is.
He just he wasn't good in the ring.
He was more of a promo type guy. He was more of a comedy guy.
He wasn't even good at promos though.
And heard a promo of his.
It's like they tried to make him like the new Velveteen Dream.
Wow. Speaking of Velveteen Dream. Speaking of Velveteen Dream.
Did he get released today?
No. Oh, from what, jail? Fuck. Center. Ultimate Hater said this, and this is probably go with that comment. They fired Shelton Benjamin and Dolph Ziggler. We're going to talk about that later too. And they kept the Rock's daughter and Gable Steveson, who commits sexual crimes.
What's the Rock's daughter have to do with that?
I think the Rock's daughter. I mean, I have no problem with them keeping the Rock's daughter.
I completely forgot about her.
I mean, she's in her role. She's really evolving in her role with Schism.
Schism.
So I had no problem. I just want to know when the Rock showed up in SmackDown and was all buddy with anyone. Why didn't anyone pull him to the side and like, hey, your daughter's in a cult right now, right? Like maybe you should not be on SmackDown. Maybe you should go to NXT and kind of save her.
Yeah,
your daughter's in a cult, buddy.
So let's go to the next person on our list, Aaliyah. Miss 317.
I thought
her claim to fame was that she beat Natalya in 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
Who hasn't beaten Natalya at this point?
Yeah, this is like Natalya has lost so many matches, or is it 31.7 seconds, something like that?
And Aaliyah is a former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know what? We didn't have releases for so long, and then Josh brought that fucking title on the show.
You know what?
Now people are getting released.
This is Josh and Julian's fault because every time Julian leaves, fucking breaking news,
shit
goes
happens.
crazy. And then Josh brought that goddamn belt.
Julian
Josh.
Lee's fucking CM
You
Punk
need that
gets
one?
released.
Josh,
God
don't do it.
damn it. Now, if more releases happen tomorrow, we're sending them your address.
Roman
Yeah.
Reigns is getting released tomorrow.
Right.
Unbelievable.
That will
We're
never
sending-
happen.
We're sending them your address.
Okay, I'll take a lead.
And by the way, folks watching, Julian is on vacation every fucking weekend. So
Right,
there's going to
so
be a
from
lot of
now
people
on,
released.
This week, yeah.
Every week, we're going to have to do at least one episode a week with breaking news.
Hey, if
Yeah.
Dana Brooke and I'd be okay with that.
No,
Wow.
no, we're going to give them to like Dabo Kato.
Who's
Oh,
down?
well, speaking of Dabakato,
He was released today.
too. Nice segue there, Center. Nice
Thank you.
segue. Dabakato, General Aziz, came back to NXT. Wasn't he part of that Raw Underground?
He was.
Yes.
He was
Bullshit.
the body. Oh, no, that was Omos.
That was
That was
Omos.
almost. Yeah, that was the next guy getting released almost.
Don't you
Don't you dare say that, sir.
don't you say that you
No.
no.
No, I mean,
No.
look.
Here's the thing: if he does get released, you can't blame me on that one. Sinner said
Hey,
that, not me.
look, if they're going to release Shanky, who is just almost with long hair,
Well, hold on, you're getting ahead of us. We're not talking about Shanky yet.
I'm trying to segue into it. What else can we say about Dabo fucking Kato?
He was.
True.
I actually thought he was pretty good. I
was getting
think
better.
he was stuck in that ridiculous gimmick with Apollo Crews.
That's like, wait, saying he was getting better is like, oh, I had diarrhea and was throwing up last night, but today I'm only throwing up. I'm getting better.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
it still
shit, it's
sucks.
coming out of one hole, not the other one. Like,
It still
goddamn.
sucks, though.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That
Okay.
is true.
Like, hey, I cleared up my gonorrhea, but I still have chlamydia. Guess
Wow.
what? It's still fucking a pain.
It's still an itch, right?
It's still an itch.
Goddamn.
Yeah. So Dabo Kato's gone. Shanky was the next one on my list.
That actually made me sad. I actually like Shanky.
You and one other person, I'm sure. Shanky's another one, just didn't do anything for me. Are they going to stop going over to the Middle East now because they got rid of Shanky and like people that they celebrate in the Middle East? Oh yeah, don't hinder the Jew. Well, yeah, but he's not from like the Middle East. He's like
Well,
when they
that,
go.
that didn't stop them from putting a title on him a few years ago.
He's from Nashville, Tennessee. That's where he's from.
Well, no, but like when they go over to
India?
not India, fucking
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, when they go to Saudi Arabia, like Shanky was one of the people they always dragged out to be like the fucking,
Well,
dance.
he's not the only one that they would drag out. That
Well,
got
we're
released.
saving that one for towards the end. So next we have Rick Boogs got released, which since he's come back from injury, has he even done anything?
I forgot fucking Super
I think
Buff
he did
Freddie
like a
Mercury was even
backstage
still
thing.
there.
Right. Yeah, because he got injured at Mania in the first Mania in front of a crowd after COVID. And then like he came back for like 2 or 3 weeks where he was feuding with The Miz.
Yeah.
And then just disappeared again.
Rick is a part of some of the people that we're going to get to now, except for two.
Did you guys know Rick Boogs was a former 24/7 champion?
Josh, didn't you win the 24/7
Who isn't
title?
a former?
I
I'm
was
a
a
former
former-
24/7 champion.
I think I won at least 2 or 3 times in my life.
Yeah. This is going to soon start a list of people who at one point were very over with the crowd,
right?
But WWE said,
let's get rid of the last shit person before we get to the kind of bigger names. Top Dollar was released today.
Flop Dollar. Flop Dollar, if you hear me.
They released Top Dollar, but they kept B-Fab and Ashante the Adonis.
Okay, so let's talk about Top Dollar for a second. Your boy Top Dollar on the mic.
Whose boy?
Just Top Dollar. Top Dollar, AJ Francis on the mic. He can eviscerate a motherfucker on the mic.
Oh yeah, he's good.
His problem is he can't dive over the top rope. He can't really run the ropes. And being a former NFL football player, that's great and all, but get your ass in the ring and train.
Honestly,
when they got released before, they went on the indies and they called themselves what do they call themselves? The OG 3 or some shit. I said it from the gate. They were nothing without Swerve.
Oh yeah.
Here's sucks a little bit to the fact that Bray Wyatt just passed away,
Yeah.
and he was like he really came out and
yeah.
Bray really meant a lot to him, and it kind of
Right.
sucks now that less than a month later he's fired.
Here's the thing, which is kind of crazy about the top dollar is yesterday on Twitter, like he was just going crazy talking about like responding to people like who's the best promo in WWE, and he'd be like, oh, it's me. Like he was going crazy answering all that, and then today he gets released. I think he may not have done any favors for himself by being a little too cocky.
I think he was a bit more. He was a bit more company guy. Right. A lot. Like I know there was before his first release. He had done like some sort of thing about like
he was the host of Hidden Treasures.
Yeah. He was also doing a lot of shooting on the Young Bucks too.
Yeah.
And at that time, the WWE was really trying to woo the Young Bucks over. So I mean, and you didn't make yourself no fucking friends because now when you go on the Indies, they're gonna be like, "Yo, I want to go work at WWE. I mean AEW." They're gonna be like, "Nah, remember that one time you were dissing on me, bro?"
Right.
It's actually funny you're saying that because I've been seeing people posting that Hit Row going to AEW.
Yeah.
There's only one member of Hit Row. Can we get the greatest tag team of all time now? Top Dollar and Parker Boudreaux? Mogul Embassy, baby. I swear when I.
Thank you.
That asshole will not be on the show talking about Parker. I ain't a Nike employee, Boudreaux. You lying piece of shit. Anyway.
Okay, before we get to
I touched the nerve.
Let's kill off. I hate to say it that way, but
wow.
Let's. Okay, we got Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Now Dana Brooke.
I'm sad about that.
Didn't really ever catch steam. I think.
No.
She was in NXT. She was on the main roster. She was the last 24/7 champion.
Right. She had her fan base that was very like. She had her fans. Like if you're a Dana Brooke fan, you're an all-out Dana Brooke fan. But to the mass, it's like she never caught on with the masses. She caught on with a small segment of the audience, but that's it.
Okay, so I'm going to agree with that and disagree. Because in my opinion, she is so valuable to the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Titus O'Neil, Goodwill ambassadors, she was always doing something. She was everywhere. She was going, even when she wasn't fucking wrestling, she was doing Make-A-Wish. She was doing all types of shit.
Yeah.
Like she is a company person through and through. And WWE, you're fucking stupid for firing someone that worked so hard to help you get to where you are.
I agree.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I just found a list with more names than we had. Ulyssa Leon.
Yeah, that name I was just gonna get to.
I don't know who that is.
That's someone from NXT, I believe.
She's NXT. She's a lucha girl from NXT.
Oh, okay.
Her and the girl, they were like NXT level up, and then they got moved to the NXT roster where they were a tag team. Her and some other girl, and they started doing a gimmick with A-Kid and what's his name?
Scripps.
No.
Dragon Lee.
Oh,
Dragon Lee and what's his nuts? The one that turned AEW down, Blake Christian.
Oh, okay.
They were like dating them two on screen.
Oh, okay.
Feuding with Schism or whatever. Schism or whatever.
Blake Christian's not in AEW, not in NXT.
You sure? Isn't he the guy fucking feuding over that Heritage Cup?
No, that's Ben Carter.
Ben Carter.
Or Nathan
all white
Frazier.
people look alike.
Yeah, Nathan Frazier. There he is.
All white people look alike to you now.
The Flash, Nathan Frazier. Yeah. I'll tell my kids they look like that.
Your kid walks in, you're like, Nathan Frazier, what are you doing here? Like, no, Dad, it's me. Oh, y'all look alike. Daniel MacArthur is another name I don't know.
NXT level up.
and Kevin Ventura Cortez.
Backstage
Name.
guys.
Okay.
They were like announcers,
Oh, okay.
like level up.
So
Right.
one that did catch me off guard, I don't
feel
know
like
why I didn't expect
should we
this.
do this? Should we do this in level of
Shock?
like main event to a mid card and stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like it might be a good idea to do that.
Well, then if that's the case, then we'd start with the team I was talking about, Mason Mansoor. I was actually kind of surprised by that.
We've affectionately named this tag team Submissive and Breedable.
Submissive and
Yes.
breedable.
And this is what Brennan Williams posted this for me. After almost 10 years making something out of nothing, I'm excited to spread my wings and be myself for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this anime reference to the next level. Step into the Grand Tour. Now, in case you don't know who Brennan Williams is, that is Masay.
Because he was a commentator on Raw for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dio Madden. He also was part of the Retribution.
Retribution,
And
right.
like you said, he took chicken shit and made fucking cordon bleu. Like him and Mansoor doing the male model gimmick was over like Rover. The only thing that really fucked them off was the fact that they lost
Maxine
Dupree.
Yep.
So they just became,
nothing.
Honestly,
even on TV after Maxine split from them?
No.
Out of all the people that were released today, they are the two I'd like to see signed by Impact.
Mm-hmm.
I think Impact would use them great.
Oh, yeah.
AEW, they'd get lost in the shuffle. I think Impact is the place they should go.
Yeah.
And remember, Mansoor, when he fucking burst on the scene, dude was undefeated for a long fucking time.
Oh,
Thank you, Saudi Arabia.
He was another
Saudi
Dude was
Arabia
the-
thing.
Dude was the Triple H of Saudi Arabia, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he was the Ric Flair of Saudi Arabia minus his dick swinging on an airplane. Like he was
that we know of.
yeah, that we know of.
He could swing
He was
my way.
he is a fucking damn good wrestler.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
And believe it or not, Dio Madden, Brennan Williams,
They could have did so much with him.
he improved so much. I remember I shit on him so
Well,
bad, but that guy improved so much. So, I really would like to see him go to Impact Wrestling.
They dropped the ball with Retribution big time. That could have been a huge hot angle, and they fucking
Well,
dropped the
Retribution,
ball.
as we know, Retribution was really the only answer to AEW almost catching Raw in the ratings.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was like, oh, we gotta do this stupid group that's throwing 2 bricks through a broken glass window.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
And
one
only
like that.
I
you know what?
remember because I was covering WWE for KCIC at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and when they would go to SmackDown, the entire locker room would go and try and find them and get them out. And I thought that was a really great SmackDown,
Right.
that episode. And then they'd go to Raw, and the Hurt Business
Just
wanted
destroys
to
them.
take them out. And it was only the Hurt Business, and no one else gave a shit about them. It was just
Right.
such a strange
And the
dynamic.
shit that they were doing was stupid. Here, let me throw this brick through this window.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're bad guys.
Like, ooh, we
Let me-
lit a trash can on
yeah,
fire.
let me set this trash can on fire. Ooh, I am bad.
But I know why
Yeah.
they did that. That's one thing. I'm taking a guess. I think I know
Why?
why. It was 2020 during the whole.
Well, yeah, they were doing the
Oh yeah, the George Floyd. I think that's why they fell back on it because they're like, this is getting a little too realistic.
Well,
Yeah.
WWE has always been that way,
Oh yeah.
That was
So
my guess.
next we have Elias.
This one sucks.
Wait. Before we go there, I was muted by fucking Hater, but I'm going to not mute myself for a second because I'm going to say this. Hater's making a point here. They're making
What do you
moves
mean?
to sign
How did
CM Punk.
Hater mute you?
He redeemed them. So
Fuck
think
him. His
about this.
points don't mean anything.
Yeah, think about this for a second.
True owns half his points.
$2,000. That's like fucking That's like $20. Think about this for a second, okay? Let's talk about this for 1 second. Are they making these mass releases so they can bring CM Punk in?
No.
No.
They're going to
If
bring
they-
Punk.
No,
They're gonna
let's just play devil's advocate for a second. If they did do this to bring CM Punk in, the biggest heel turn and bigger than Hogan turning and joining the NWO. CM Punk versus the wrestling world versus the IWC. CM Punk versus every wrestling fan in the world who's mad that people are getting released from WWE.
Here's the thing. WWE is
that would be wild, right?
WWE just signed a $1.7 billion TV contract.
Oh, no.
They
We're
didn't
talk
need
about that shit.
They didn't need to free up money to bring in CM Punk.
WWE
They released people,
all these superstars to get me back. Yeah, a lot of your favorites got released because they wanted me.
Yeah, they would get ultimate go away heat if they did shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think Punk would go along with that.
Thank you very much for rating us our local establishment.
I honestly don't think Punk would even go along with that. I think Punk would be like, hey, fuck no, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
but that's honestly,
you think about that would be crazy.
It would be, but Punk would definitely not go along with that. No, Punk would never want to do that. Unless it's Colt Cabana.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, now his mom's bank account's empty because they fired him to bring me in.
Wow.
So next,
they're amazing. Thank you for joining us. Do us a favor. Go subscribe. We're giving out a WWE Championship belt at the end of the month. So go subscribe. It's real easy if you use your Amazon Prime. It's free. So
yes, sir.
But going back to Mace and Mace and Mansois, they brought us lots, and I repeat, lots of joy on this podcast.
Oh God, yeah.
Submissive and breedable.
We need to do a leave the
Chris
memories.
Parrish, good looking out, guys. What's up, Chris?
We need to do a leave the memories alone video tribute to submissive and breedable.
Yeah, they were our guys. We loved them.
We did.
So now, as you mentioned, Elias.
Yes.
Hold on, wait. I want to read something from Matt Cardona.
You keep goddamn cutting me off when I'm trying to talk about Elias.
This is really important. Matt Cardona said, to those who were just released, this could be the end of your career, or it can be the beginning. Look at yourself in the mirror and decide. I promise you the work and the money is out there. It is not easy. It's a grind. It's a hustle. It's frustrating, but it's also rewarding.
Hey, and no one hustles harder than Matt Cardona. That man is a fucking businessman through and through. I have all the respect in the world for Matt, for how much work he puts into just do what he does.
He also said, but it can also be incredibly rewarding in many ways, more than one. If you work your fucking ass off, I hope I see a lot of you down the road. Dude, that right there to me is that's one of the best things. And even Vince Russo was like, amen, bro. And then, Sinner's favorite wrestler was like, what? Matt Cardona said that? There's other doors open, TV, movies, writing, etc. Use your platform and build yourself.
Oh, fuck Tyrus. Yeah, I saw him say that. Fuck Tyrus. Oh, you can go on Fox News and fucking suck Trump's. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, fuck Tyrus. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, oh, you know what? I just thought about. I'll see you down the road. Matt Cardona, Quincy Elliott feud confirmed.
Stop it. Stop it right now.
Oh my God. NWA 76th anniversary for the NWA title. Tyrus versus Top Dollar versus Quincy Elliott.
Thank you, God. Jesus Christ.
Nada.
Hey,
Ultimate hater, you should be paying to get this guy muted.
Yeah.
That ain't an option. So, I
need to take your fucking management away from you.
So, I mean, the money, Iron Man match right there.
Jesus Christ.
So,
blown up.
Yeah.
Elias
was next. So Elias was someone that I forgot was even there. Here's the thing, though. Elias was released. Ezekiel has not been.
We already got past
what?
that already. He
You know what?
confirmed he was Ezekiel.
But he was
So.
sinners
Fuck,
now.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Next, you're gonna be like,
It's not wrong.
Yokozuna wasn't Japanese. You're a goddamn lie.
Whoa! You shut your whore mouth. You saying Yoko wasn't Japanese?
No, he was. But you know, these internet haters are gonna be like, oh, Yokozuna was Samoan. Bullshit. He ate rice. I seen him.
These
Those are his
opinions
comments.
do
His
not
comments alone.
Yes.
They do not reflect those of the Roundtable
wait,
Pros podcast.
No, they did. They on the old Coliseum videos, how they do like those segments.
God.
One of them was eating with Yokozuna, and like it showed Mr. Fuji bringing him out just like a big plate of sushi. It was
shit.
great.
No,
Oh, it was
so that's an
amazing.
OG mukbang. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, OG motherfucker was eating on camera before all these fucking Facebook tricks.
I mean, he's not lying.
Huh.
Yeah, Elias saddened me because once again, just like Rick Boogs, Elias had big potential to be a big star in this company, and it came at a time when WWE said, "Nah, we don't want that right now."
I mean, what does WWE stand for? Walk with Elias.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. That was hype.
And I was reminded too of the moment in I think it was Seattle when him and Kevin Owens were in the ring.
That was great.
And they were booed so heavily that segment went on like 5-6 minutes longer than it was supposed to because they mentioned like the basketball team or something. And
They used to have a basketball team called
The Supersonics.
yeah, thank you. And they're no longer with Seattle.
That's what Sean Kemp made his name.
And he went and took that dumbass Ezekiel gimmick and actually kind of got that over too with the help of Kevin Owens. Funny enough. I mean, the same guy who was in the ring with him that time. And then he became Elias again and was just done. And he just disappeared. It's just stupid. It's just so stupid when they do
All Elias had to do was put him in the ring and let him. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
And even when he was turning face, like the whole walk with Elias thing, bro, fans love that shit. These are guys that got over organically, and the WWE was like, "Yo, we don't like this shit." You know, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the chat, let us know what you think about this too. Get interactive. Talk about what you guys like. Talk about what you don't like. Let us know. Are you guys upset that this shit happened? Are you glad this shit happened? Would you rather see people like Top Dollar on your screen? You know, let's talk about that.
Like, do you remember when the crowd would just start singing, "Oh, walk with Elias"? Like, that was over, and it just makes me sad that they released him, because Elias was the guy that I wanted to see become big in the WWE, like win many titles. But the thing is this just sucks.
Yeah. And then, you know, we've talked about Retribution.
Mm-hmm.
The leader of Retribution, who done so many different gimmicks in WWE the last few years, just trying, scratching and clawing his way to stay over, and what got over every single time, Mustafa Ali.
Okay, I just gotta say this. One of the most pure fucking wrestlers in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
From day one, that guy, the WWE Cruiserweight Classic, that guy fucking showed up and showed out.
And
being one of the cruiserweights, and Mustafa Ali, pound for pound, is one of the greatest fucking wrestlers the WWE ever lost. The guy can talk on the mic. The guy can play face. The guy can play heel. The guy did a lot. He was really inspirational. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, WWE, you fucked up.
Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. He was supposed to face Dominic coming up for the North American title
next week.
He was just on NXT last night. Like, that one I don't get. Usually the people they release are people you haven't seen on TV. He's been involved in this North American title picture for a while now.
Yeah,
I wonder if he requested his release.
Well, he did at one point.
No, I mean, I wonder if he did it again.
because he knew he wasn't going to beat Dominic, and he was just like, all right, I want my release.
I mean,
possible. Yeah, I mean,
because he knew where he was going to be at. He knew where his spot was going to be, and he was like, no, I want out then.
He was a guy that Vince McMahon at one point actually trusted to do his own promos.
Right.
And every single iteration of Mustafa Ali got over. Every single one. And I remember when it was reported originally that he had asked for his release, like right in 2020 or something.
We were
and then
excited.
They didn't give it to him.
I think he asked for his release after they killed the hacker gimmick.
No, he asked for his release before that because of some racial shit that was supposedly being done. You know, like
I think it was right around 2020.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
sure. It was right after. It was right before the pandemic started. He'd asked for his release.
I thought it was after the pandemic started.
There was some idiot who was involved with the bump, but wasn't involved with the bump anymore, that went on and blamed the fans because he was fucking stupid. I don't remember what his name was, but I just remember that was a really fucking dumb thing, blaming the fans, because that's what WWE loves doing so much. Oh, yeah. WWE dick riders.
They were blaming Baron Corbin at one point, but it was actually them doing all the booking.
Well, I remember. So, if you remember, the one of the former writers is I don't know what's going on with it now. But filed a lawsuit against WWE for racism in the company because of some of the pitches they made, and I believe one of them
was involving Ali. Yeah.
One of them was ACH too.
So here's the well, no, that was a T-shirt situation.
Oh yeah, I remember.
They released that T-shirt with
I fucking forgot about that.
The big red lips and stuff, like a caricature. So here's some of the stuff that's alleged in this lawsuit. A pitch for WWE superstar Reggie, aka Scripps in NXT, to dress up in drag on television. There was also an alleged crocodile hunter type gimmick pitch for former WWE superstar Shane Thorne, where Thorne would hunt Reggie. According to the suit, the angle was pitched by lead WWE writer Ryan Callahan. Holding Reggie captive in cages was also allegedly discussed.
Oh my god.
I didn't even remember that.
She said she emailed Callahan and complained about Apollo Crews' exaggerated Nigerian accent. Let's see here. They were allegedly tasked with pitching a love storyline between Aaliyah Mansour and Angel Garza. The storyline would allegedly involve Mansour, who was 5 years old in 2001, revealing that he was secretly behind the 9/11 attacks.
Yes,
I remember that.
And she said Vince McMahon pitched an ideal for Mustafa Ali that's just as bad, which reportedly led to Ali requesting his release in 2022. Ali was denied the request and continued to compete on WWE television.
He was being severely buried. And he was just going out there and he was outclassing motherfuckers.
I'll be right back. My computer's freezing. I'm being stupid.
Yep. And then, they complain about the WWE writer Chris Dunn making Bianca Belair say in all her promos.
Yeah.
So let's
see.
You
don't even go here.
Right. So they, fucking Mansour is the man behind. Who would even think in their wildest dreams that'd be a good? Let's reveal that he was the man behind 9/11. That is just dumb.
Yeah, dude was a fucking police officer, man.
Right.
Wow. What a fucking shitty ass thing for you to do.
Well, we are down to 2 names on our list.
Oh no. I want to talk about this fucking deal that WWE made. Before we get down to those 2 names.
For SmackDown to come back to NBC Universal, SmackDown will be on USA. $1.7 billion over
That's
the
a lot
next
of
5
fucking
years.
money.
over the next 5 years.
That's a
Well,
lot
how
of
much?
fucking money.
How much did WWE get sold for? It was like $4 billion.
Something like that.
I mean, it may actually been more than that. It may have been in the. Let's see.
It was a lot of money. I know that for a fact.
Right. Let's see. 9.3 billion.
That's a lot of fucking money right there.
Right. Oh no. I'm sorry. I was wrong. WWE was sold to Endeavor for 21 billion.
You know the fucked up part about this whole thing? This company is called Endeavor.
Yeah.
When the WWE fired you, they always future endeavored you. And I was joking about this the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, what if you get fired by the WWE right now? Do you get future endeavored from Endeavor? And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Well,
24 people have so far been fired.
You can't
and the
really...
other 7, there's 17 staffers that have been laid off.
Well, okay, first of all, the staffers, I mean, when you merge companies, there's always going to be staffers laid off because you don't need two people doing the same job. But the fact that WWE has not had any cuts in
at least a year
since 2022 when they released Road Dogg and all them, and that was the last time they had cuts. So you know it's been a long time. WWE's never gone this long without cuts.
Yeah,
because usually every year around Mania they make a bunch of cuts.
Yeah.
So you know
seems like Triple H may have been involved in that. I would say.
Oh yeah, definitely. He played a big part in that because you got to think the last set of cuts was Vince McMahon basically butchering everyone Triple H had a relationship with.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that was kind of there's definitely some infighting in the McMahon family.
I really thought I was going to see Johnny and
Drew, you're frozen.
Oh, the SmackDown hackers here.
Shit.
It's fucking with Drew. Drew's using dial-up internet tonight.
Am I better now?
Yeah.
You are now.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I got robotic for a second.
Using that dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on net zero, motherfucker.
AOL.
I forgot what I was saying now. Fuck. What did I say?
I don't know.
Did anybody even hear what I was saying?
No.
Yeah, no. We heard.
Add the leftover dildos from Bad Blood's match to the website.
Yeah. Johnny. I honestly thought that we were going to see Johnny and Candace be released today.
Where the fuck have they been?
So here's something. I hate to say this, knock on wood. I don't think the cuts are over.
No, they're not over.
We saw one day. Okay, so we had the day where they started laying off staff. Now we've had talent getting released. Next is going to be backstage people. That's how it all.
There have been backstage people that were released. That's the thing. Like WWE, they've been releasing so many fucking people. Let me pull this up real quick.
Because I haven't heard of no backstage people getting released yet. Like I'm talking about producers.
I know what you mean.
People like
Dana Warrior got fired.
But yeah, but she was an office employee.
Oh,
she wasn't a backstage employee.
Okay.
She actually had an office job for whatever fucking reason.
Okay, so the full list of people that were released. Let's see. We got Mustafa Ali, who we're talking about now. Janelle Dashwood, aka Emma. Riddick Moss, Aaliyah, Rick Boogs.
Yeah, they haven't released no backstage people yet.
Hold on.
Did we get to the last two yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. I want to say those. DL Madden, Tabucato. So they've also released a WWE recruit, Daniel MacArthur. He was one of those Neil kids, you know.
We brought that up.
Kevin Ventura Cortez.
We talked about that already too.
Javier Burnell.
Where have you been during this show? We talked about that.
Alexis Gray. Nick Conti's a TKO All-Star Weekend with WWE and UFC pay-per-view. Wow. I'm trying to find the ones that were released that were working like in the office too, because it started with that.
Yeah.
And then
that was all opposite. I'm talking about like actual like producers
okay.
and stuff like that, like actual backstage people,
actual
not
backstage producers,
because they usually do it like they'll release wrestlers one day and then backstage people like a few days later.
I'm afraid to call my friend to see if he still has a job.
But I mean, how bad would it be if fucking Regal gets cut again?
So a couple of years ago, I got an offer to go work for the WWE. A friend of mine was like, "Hey man, we can always use someone, on the social media end." And I was cool. I was really excited about doing it. And then, I spoke to my partner, and she was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And I'm glad I listened, because here it is, 2 years later, I would have been fired twice.
Yeah,
literally fired twice. They let people go twice.
And here's the thing, like
moving your whole life from one city.
Yep.
Like, let's say, Josh, you imagine packing up your shit in fucking Salem, Oregon, or Salem, right?
Yeah.
Imagine packing your shit up in Salem, Oregon, moving to fucking Winter Park, Florida, all the way across the country for a job. And then 3 months after getting there, you get fired.
I'd be mad. I would.
Oh shit!
I would be pissed.
Okay, wait, hold up. So Mason Marseille Mansoir did a Twitch stream tonight together.
Oh.
So let's see. Here's some of the stuff they talked about. Mason Mansoir buried LA Knight on Twitch.
What?
Said Knight hated them and threatened to quit over being with them. Vince loved the Maximum Male Models gimmick and helped them rehearse. Mansoir said Miz is the nicest guy. Mace said it's Cody. Both said Miz is a very well-respected vet. Both admit that Retribution was just Antifa. They said Vince was a nice guy.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah. They said, well, you know what? But here's the thing. Vince is a cutthroat business guy, but a lot of people that have interacted with him have said, he's a good dude for the most part, except for, when he's sexually assaulting people.
Hey, man, no NDAs or DNA, you know what I'm saying?
Right. They said Seth doesn't hang out with any other talent.
I heard that.
Yeah.
They said Gargano is a funny dude.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens is cool.
Yeah.
Sammy is kind of annoying but harmless.
I agree. I mean, I know a guy named El Generico that was that way too.
Yeah. They said Vince was incredibly nice to them and would joke around during pre-tapes.
Well, because of the bullshit.
I'm going to need a moment for this next one.
No.
This kind of hits me hard. They said Jeff Jarrett was the nicest legend in WWE.
Oh my god.
They said it. You can't see my screen, but they said it. Wait, let's see here. Said Jeff Jarrett was the nicest legend in WWE.
It's blurry, but yeah, unfortunately you can make it out.
So no bullshit. It is
no,
right
the bullshit,
there in black and white.
The bullshit was the Vince thing, because
Vince
was really nice to them because he wanted to put their stupid gimmick on TV.
Well, he probably wanted to submit him and breed him.
I bet.
Like, I could believe Jeff Jarrett's really nice.
Oh, dude, Jeff Jarrett's fucking. I love Jeff. Jeff's amazing.
And the thing about LA Knight, I feel like I understand LA Knight saying that, but I don't think that he. I don't believe that he meant it about them. I think he meant it about the gimmick that he was forced to be a part of.
I think they took it more personal than they should have, because I mean, coming in, to an outsider, it does look like a dumb gimmick, but I mean, it could have fucking got over, and it did get over. But Vince loved it. What more do you need?
Yeah, once Vince likes something, it's ingrained.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good to go.
He'll fucking spread that shit like wildfire.
Ask Bastion Booger.
Let's not have Sebastian Booger. But
Oh,
let's get to the
yeah.
next two guys because I really want to.
So we're gonna
talk
save the
about
big
these.
dog for last.
Yeah.
So Shelton Benjamin was one of the names released today.
Former Intercontinental Champion, former multiple-time tag team champion, United States champion,
yeah.
one of the best utility fucking workers who to never win the world championship in the WWE. This guy fucking amazing from the Hurt Business to the Minnesota Stretching Crew with fucking Brock Lesnar, all the way, I mean OVW days, all the way down to him and Charlie Haas being with Kurt Angle, dude. But the very best fucking wrestlers around. And you still got Matt Riddle.
I was really expecting Cedric Alexander's name to pop up after I seen Shelton's. I'm glad it didn't, but I was expecting that.
I really thought they was going to push Shelton when they brought him back the first time. And
literally, a lot of wrestlers in this business have nicknames, like the Destroyer of Gods, Parker Boudreaux, who can't run the fucking ropes, the Icon Sting, and then there are guys like Shelton Benjamin, who
you're the only one bringing this guy up.
Hey, I'm making a point. There are guys like Shelton Benjamin, who is the gold standard, legitimately is the fucking gold standard. Every wrestler should want to be like Shelton Benjamin.
So here's the thing.
The time he spent in the WWE, almost 2 decades.
Well, so Shelton was originally released in 2010.
I remember that.
And, he went on the indie scene. He went to ROH, became tag team champions with Charlie Haas there. And he spent 7 years away from WWE. From 2010 until 2017, he was out of the company. He went to New Japan Pro Wrestling Noah. He did work there. I mean, the guy, made his way around. He kept working, and he was brought back in 2017. And it was like he didn't lose a step. He was, right back in it. He was in GFW, Global Force Wrestling, owned by Jeff Jarrett, because Jarrett knows talent.
And how far did that go? I mean, he did have Alberto Del Rio as a champion. So,
did you buy any gold?
No.
Oh, you're the reason it failed. WWE had Alberto Del Rio as champion too. So did Impact. Everyone's had Alberto as champion.
Notable prick, Alberto Del Rio.
Notable prick. So then, but since he's come back in 2017, I mean, he's just been, for his age, and experience, he has so much to offer that company with these newer guys. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't brought back in a producer role.
Shelton is an excellent worker and knows how to work the WWE match. Promos are terrible, but he's someone you want on your roster to help new talent. I will agree with that. He was never the promo guy.
No.
I mean, he had his mom, her soup can.
Hey, I love Mama Benjamin.
That shit was awesome.
Too.
Who was that played her mom? Or his mom? Thea something. Because she had a sitcom back in the day.
Did she also have the WWE Women's Tag Team belt? Because she just vanished into obscurity.
Look, no, she's back home, keeping track of the
she's back home making that
the
Campbell
Benjamin
soup.
farm.
She's back home making that Campbell soup.
Oh, she's still alive. She's 66.
Thank God.
Love to see them reunite.
Wow, on the indies. Shelton and his mama.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. I love. You know what I loved about that is like when Shelton kind of first broke out on his own, they were doing all these video packages where like they interviewed his real mom, and like a few years later, they had his fake mom show up on TV.
Please don't address this. Let's just move on.
Yes, he has.
Okay, good.
What do you think he's doing in AEW right now?
Keep going with your point. Don't address Jeff Jarrett stuff, please. Keep going.
And he helped with a lot of wrestlers in TNA.
AJ Styles he put over, and look what he's doing in AEW with his feud with the fucking Acclaimed. He has put over younger talent.
Okay.
There you go, Drew.
So let's go to the
Fuck
final
off.
guy on this list.
This
Yeah.
one shocked me the most.
I think it just shocked everyone the most.
It didn't shock me at all.
Because the man's been there so long.
Well, it's because you apparently been watching BTE, unlike
The
Right.
the
ultimate
other three of
utility
us.
player.
Because we're not virgins and don't watch BTE, we didn't know this was happening.
Wow. I'll tell my kids that I'm a virgin.
You do that. Hey, if you can tell them apart from fucking Madcap Moss, that is,
Wow.
you're going to walk up to fucking Madcap Moss and be like, listen, son, I'm a virgin. And be like, who the fuck are you? And you're like, you're not my kid? Y'all look alike. Yeah.
Wow.
Dolph has been such a
Utility player. You
Yeah,
gotta put
and I
the
mean,
guys everywhere.
well, you know what? Even when Zack Ryder originally, Matt Cardona originally got released, people were shocked by that because he was a guy that just seemed to always survive the cuts, and that's kind of how Dolph was. Dolph was always a guy that you just felt like you would always have a job. He was reliable.
Dolph started out as a male cheerleader in the Spirit Squad. Okay. Look, Dolph is a two-time national champion, undefeated at Kent State.
Yes,
the
sir.
guy knows how to fucking wrestle. The guy
My alma mater.
The guy can work any style with anyone. He can make you look good. You know, he is everyone's dream opponent. WWE was like, we're gonna bring this young kid up, put him with Dolph.
He sold like a motherfucker, dude. That feud that he had with fucking Bronson Steiner, Braun Breaker, fucking amazing. He put fucking he elevated Braun Breaker to a new level.
He did, and that's why they sent him down to NXT.
Yeah.
When he was the world champion, when he was the Mr. Money in the Bank, when he was all this cool shit, like Seth Rollins is the guy who everyone thinks originated this whole superstar. The fucking Raw is not Raw is jerk. You know what I'm talking about, the gimmick that Ayatollah, whatever the fuck he's doing.
Ayatollah Rock and Roll.
No, the gimmick that Seth Rollins is doing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was Dolph Ziggler. That was Dolph Ziggler 2010. He didn't have Becky Lynch. He had AJ Lee.
Oh yeah.
He had fucking Big E Langston as his bodyguard. Like, he was getting over. No one expected him to be the world champion, and that dude won it fucking twice.
Yep.
First time it was handed to him by Vicky Guerrero, and the second time he won it by cashing in.
I'm just saying, the guy, he is one of those guys that you can't have a bad match with.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dolph walks away from wrestling for a while.
No.
Because he has other shit he can do. So
what you guys aren't thinking about is this. Dolph's brother is currently in AEW.
Is he?
Ryan Nemeth. On TV. Ryan Nemeth. He's on the Ring of Honor. He's doing a lot of stuff like that. But he's on BTE every week, and he's a television actor too. He's on BTE every week, and he's doing a lot of things. And him and his brother have been selling out these comedy tours all around the country. What people don't realize is Dolph Ziggler is a stand-up comic.
Yeah,
this guy's funny as shit.
Yep,
he's talented. He's funny. He's one of those guys that can walk the walk and talk the talk. Like he is what, like you said, like earlier, it said Shelton Benjamin, great wrestler all around. Back, he couldn't talk to save his life. Dolph is the opposite.
Oh yeah,
Dolph's a great wrestler, can talk, can do everything. I mean, CM Punk can wrestle, do commentary, ring announce, all that shit. Dolph Ziggler can do that shit too. Like, he is that fucking good. And the WWE fired him, got rid of someone that's so amazing in the ring, and you keep a piece of shit like Matt Riddle around.
Here's the thing. I honestly hope Tony Khan does not sign a single person that was released today. That's not out of malice. It's out of the fact that there's no room on that AEW roster for anyone released today.
I just thought of something.
They're going to get lost in the shuffle. These people need to go work the indies. Some of them need to go to Impact. Others need to work the indies, make their own brand, make themselves a commodity, and fucking be your own boss. Don't go to AEW and get lost in the shuffle and become stagnant. Build your own brand. Make yourself a star. And don't fucking have to, be your own boss. Choose your own dates.
Someone
Well,
like Dolph
AEW
Ziggler
could also
do
give
that.
them the most money.
Yeah. Someone like Dolph Ziggler can
they though?
work for Tony Khan, team up with his brother, become a successful tag team. I mean, because tag teams are what AEW is built on. They can become a successful tag team. And I feel that because Dolph is such a utility player, fans are going to come over to see him, and the newness will wear off. They'll be on Ring of Honor TV. Yeah. Eventually they'll be on fucking Rampage. And it'd be that. That'd be that. But he will be able to still work the indies. He'll still be able to make a big pocketbook. He'll be able to get that bag. He'll be able to get that bag from Tony Khan. He'll work the indies, and he'll still be able to do his comedy show.
But Tony I do nothing with Dolph because Tony has a bunch of guys on his roster right now.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so yeah, Dolph Ziggler's his shiny new toy. Then someone like Ricky Starks or someone like Darby Allin or someone like that gets pushed to the side. First, it happens every time he brings these fucking people in.
Agreed.
These young talent get pushed to the side for the flavor of the month that Tony Khan has, and then he stops playing with that toy. And now we got to try to build back up this other young guy who was just derailed because WWE released someone and Tony Khan was like, oh, I want him. Like, just do not sign these people. Keep focusing on your young talent. Focus on your Darby Allins. Focus on your fucking Hooks. Focus on your fucking Ricky Starks. Stop bringing in these guys and pushing your own talent out the way.
I just thought of something. Do you remember Matt Cardona's YouTube shows? He's True Long Island Story. Mm-hmm. Remember when Dolph Ziggler would interrupt all the time on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Dolph and Matt Cardona would feud since now they could now?
Because Matt Cardona is going to feud with Mike Santana.
Well, after that.
Yeah,
well, they have 90-day non-compete, so they're not going to be doing anything right now anyway.
Here's the thing. Matt, if there's money there, Matt will do it. You just got to find a promoter that's going to be willing to pay both Matt and Dolph. Yeah, GCW.
Brett Lauderdale will throw that money out there.
Yeah.
I don't know how Brett does it, honestly. I don't know how Brett affords these guys.
I mean, shit. Look at Prestige Wrestling. Look at the way those guys.
Look, fucking Jeff Jarrett showed me how much he made from Brett. I don't know how he's doing it, honestly.
Well, I understand why the WWE kept Matt Riddle, but it doesn't make it right. Anyone who got released today has a legitimate right to complain about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's facts.
Except Quincy.
Except Quincy.
Except Quincy.
Except Top Dollar. Like,
Except
I'm just gonna shake. I'm gonna shoot you straight. You came out there, Top Dollar. AJ Francis, you follow me on Twitter. I follow you on Twitter. Whatever. I'm gonna be real with you, 10,000%. You put yourself in that position because instead of going with the flow and being there and being a company guy, you try to put yourself over the company.
Yeah.
I may be in the minority here, but Top Dollar started growing on me.
No, don't get me wrong. As a wrestler, he's shit. As a person, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah. I think the Bray, like all the, the Bray
Wyatt thing kind of like
it put him in a different light for me. Side. Right. It kind of made like, damn, like this dude is like fucking, he's because there's stuff he does that makes it like this fucking guy needs to be humbled. But then shit like that happens, like, oh, he is kind of humble about things.
It's really, I had mentioned it before too with Bray Wyatt, but like they couldn't just wait until like the end of the year or something. Like it hasn't even been a full month yet.
Here's the thing. I mean,
and I know it's more the TKO endeavor that's doing it, but like Vince McMahon should be like, listen, I know the cuts are gonna come. We all know that they're coming. We just had a major death in the company a month ago. Can we just wait? Let's just let these people's contracts run out at least. Or just wait until January.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but you can't just put everything on hold. Like, you have to have your time to mourn, but you also got to get back to business eventually. You know, it's the
There
same
was no
thing.
reason really to cut any of these people.
No,
in the
there
first place.
wasn't. I mean, from the outside looking in, there absolutely was no reason. We don't know what goes on, you know, in the boardroom, or you know, we don't know. I mean, we could just, you know, assume because of, you know, other news like the TV deal and that, but we don't know. I mean,
Let's
it's different
check
when
the
you
comments.
have it's a different when you have to have a board of directors to answer to. Like, no, I'm not making excuses for them,
No, I understand.
but
Yes,
like, I mean,
it's a business at the end of the day.
yeah, at the end of the day, it's all business. I mean, you know, it's like when someone dies and people are like, oh, he should be put in the Hall of Fame now. Like, people saying Bray needs to go in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think so. Like, just because someone died doesn't mean automatically they should go in the Hall of Fame that year. Bray was a great talent. Bray deserves to go in the Hall of Fame, but don't do it. Like, I feel like if WWE does that this year in Philly, they're just monetizing, making money off his name, off his
Like
death
they
and
did
his
with
name.
Eddie.
Yeah, and I did not like that. I mean, yes, Bray deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't. Not right now.
No, I'm not mad that you're making better points. I'm mad that you're pushing this AEW bullshit when we're talking about something serious. So I don't care about talking about, you know, and you guys, you were doing it. I'm just like sitting here going, okay, when are we going to just talk about the actual things that we're talking about here, and not about how Tony Khan books his program? But it's that's why I'm like, let's talk about the people who deserve to be talked about tonight.
Well, here's
People
the
who are
thing.
released.
Here's the thing, because like the stuff like this that happened today, the cuts, it affects the entire wrestling business because now you have new free agents. So I mean, yeah, you know, you kind of fantasy book, oh, this person goes here, this person goes there. I mean, it's all part of, you know, the kind of the releases going on as you talk about where they could end up. You know, and AEW is a possibility for some of them.
No, it's
I
that part I get and agree with the the new flavor of the month and the new toy comments and all that stuff. Like, we don't
but
need
I
to talk
mean,
about that right now.
well, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's part of, you know, why I don't want to see people go to AEW. You know, but there's guys I'd love to see go to Impact. Like, I would love to see Marseille and Mansoir go to Impact. I think they'd
That
do
would
great
be
in Impact.
that would be a really nice get for them. I think that
I
would be
think
really fun.
Dolph going to Impact would be huge for him and them. Quincy Elliott.
Someone had said in the Fightful chat earlier when Sean was live that Cedric, sorry, that Shelton would be a really good addition to the Blackpool Combat Club.
The fact that he is such a fucking great tactician, yes. I will full on 1000% fucking jump aboard on that one.
I could see. I mean, I could see that. I think he would. If he did get put in the Blackpool Combat Club, which I'm not sure if he's a Regal guy or not, if it would make sense. But I could see him being like the Jake Hager of the Blackpool Combat Club, kind of the guy that's like the silent muscle in the background that, you know, will wrestle occasionally, but not take the spotlight away from the other members. I could definitely see Shelton in a position like that and have Shelton help out backstage, put in matches together, you know, and doing work like that. I would love to see that for Shelton.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hater made a good point too. Impact should make a move for Shelton and Dolph. Dolph versus Shelley versus Shelton versus Moose.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
Moose got the Feast and Fire contract.
Yeah, Shelton Impact would be good for Shelton also.
Yeah, I think Shelton would be good in Impact. I think Dolph would fucking shoot right to the top of Impact.
Who's the champion in Impact right now?
Alex Shelley.
Oh, it's Alex Shelley. Okay.
I think Dolph would shoot right to the top. I think Marseille and Mansoir would be great in the tag team division there.
And actually, somebody who was released the last time in WWE.
Oh shit!
Steve Macklin.
Yeah,
he's been doing.
I forgot
great
about him
that.
and his son.
I would love to see Quincy
Craig
Elliott
Johnson.
go to the X division.
You're home.
I'm home.
Yeah, didn't you see him on the plane earlier? What do you think he was going?
He's back.
And better than ever.
I thought that you were going somewhere on the plane.
No, I was headed home. I was in Chicago for the past few days.
Did you get shot?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
But I did see a big old billboard for with Colt Babana's face on.
Oh yeah.
Did you go to Pro Wrestling Tees like I asked you?
Oh no, I drove past it, man.
They don't have a retail shop anymore. They're not open to the public anymore.
So are we done talking about all the releases?
No, we haven't talked about Shanky yet. We were waiting for you. We were saving the best for last.
We left that one just for you.
Just for you.
I mean, so okay, out of that whole list, aside from Shelton Benjamin, who are you surprised to see let go?
Dolph.
Yeah, and Dolph's it. Well, when's the last time we saw Dolph?
I think August.
No, it's been a while. Oh,
when he was the NXT, when he was NXT champion.
Yeah,
he?
well, no, because they came back and turned face. Him and
ago.
Rude came back and turned face, but then Rude got injured. I honestly must say, and Mansoir were probably the biggest surprise to me outside of Dolph and Shelton.
But Julian, like I was explaining to them earlier, Dolph didn't really come as a shock to me because he's been featured on the BTE show like a lot.
Nah, okay.
You know, the whole comedy thing with him and Ryan, like he's been on there a lot. He's even made reference to like, damn, I've been on your show so much I might get fired. And then next thing you know, he's fucking released.
Next you know, he's fired. Yeah.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson tweeted today.
What did old DJ have to say?
Well, he
my new movie.
So The Rock said, just seeing all these releases now. This actually, he just posted this while we were on the air. He said, just seeing all these releases now, these days so effing tough for the ones who gave their all to our crazy world of pro wrestling, like Hill Ziggler. What a decorated WWE career, and I'll always be a supporter and fan. Can't wait to see what he and everyone else does next. Then he shared a picture of Dolph with all his accomplishments listed.
The fact that The Rock, the biggest fucking superstar in the WWE history, The Rock, literally just put over Dolph fucking Ziggler.
John Cena did too. Yeah, Cena did too.
Like I said.
Okay, so
John
Cena,
I'm sorry that you lost your job, and I'm sorry I stole your girl in the past.
Wow.
Here's so let's do this before we wrap things up. Let's go through the list one by one and just see where you would like to see them go next. So let's start with Dolph.
Let's start with you, Julian. All right, Josh.
Impact.
Drew.
Impact.
Center.
Impact. No. I want to see him do the indies and build his own brand.
I want to see him feud with Matt Cardona. So wherever Matt Cardona is.
He's at the indies. No, he's in NWA right now and MLW. You know what? I forgot about MLW and all this. They could scoop up some people. I forgot all about them. Shelton Benjamin.
AEW.
Japan.
AEW.
I like Julian's answer.
Oh, Japan. Not a bad idea.
Well, keep in mind, AEW is Japan.
Right back to Japan.
True.
I'd like to see him back in Ring of Honor.
Well, see, that's the beauty. The beauty of somebody going to AEW is that they're also going to Ring of Honor, and they're also going to New Japan, and also going on the Indies. So it's like
it's the best of
it's the best of everything.
Elias.
Impact.
Yeah, I guess.
NWA.
NWA or MLW I can see for him.
Where is
Ezekiel?
Damian Sandow right now?
NWA.
Okay, so yeah, put Elias over there.
Mustafa Ali.
Okay, that right there.
AEW.
We fuck. I mean, AEW for sure.
I'm gonna break my own rule of I just said a few minutes ago that I don't want Tony to sign any of these people. I want Tony to sign Mustafa. You
What do
imagine
you think, Josh?
Ali versus fucking Darby.
New Japan.
So AEW.
I mean, even AAA.
I would like to
Next
see.
up.
AAA. I didn't even think about that.
I would like to see Ali versus Jay White,
Oh yeah.
or Ali versus fucking Will Ospreay.
I just want to see Mustafa Ali be able to cut loose and show how good he really is in that ring without the WWE restrictions.
Well, we all thought Ali was going to show up in AEW back when he got released the first time.
That's just it. He didn't get released. He
wanted to. Never got
He
released.
asked for his release.
He was
never
asking
got
for
it.
his release. Yeah,
Right.
true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you
so
imagine? Damn.
next is Emma.
Back to Impact
Impact.
Wrestling for me.
You know,
Impact.
Yeah, back to Impact.
I would just say AEW like last year, but Impact Wrestling for sure.
Mad.
Wait, hold on. She was already in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, we just said go back to
Go right
Impact.
back.
Do you think she
Yeah.
made a? Did you think she really made an impact there?
No.
Bump.
See what I did there?
Yeah, she didn't. I mean, you know, a madcap.
A lot of people
Moss.
talk about well, hold on before you move on. A lot of people do talk about her doing really well in Impact.
Oh yeah,
She
she
did
kind
do
of
well
she
in Impact.
reinvented
Awesome
herself.
Impact.
She reinvented herself.
Yeah.
So Madcap Moss. Julian, kick us off.
Man, you know, Madcap Boss is, you want to talk about untapped talent. You want to talk about a guy who had a lot to bring to the table. You want to talk about a future Hall of Famer. You know,
We ain't talking about Madcap. That's for damn sure.
Right. We're talking about Madcap Moss. Who do you think I said?
Anyway, I think Madcap needs to end up in AEW. I could also see him go to Impact.
I definitely don't see him going to AEW.
No.
What
I
the
actually
fuck
was
would he do in
thinking-
AEW?
Maybe New Japan.
New Japan, I can see him. He'll probably end up being just a guy that, you know, a random guy in the indies. I would say after about 6 months to a year, he's just going to be that ex-WWE guy that
He
shows
could
up
he
for
could also
random
be.
releases.
I could see him also like going Impact or maybe
And you know
or
what? I can also
wherever.
see him coming back to WWE at some point.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Wherever Emma goes, he'll probably end up.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But you know, Madcap's another one that I don't think he was really a wrestling fan. He was just a guy that was athletic that WWE recruited.
But he played football.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this? How about this? Emma, Stardom, and Riddick Moss in New Japan.
I
That'd be
honestly,
good.
I
That'd
don't,
be good.
I don't see Moss really sticking around the wrestling business. I think he's going to try other things because when a guy gets released, it's not, you know, isn't someone that grew up loving the business.
Yep.
A lot of times they don't stick around.
When he got released the first time, he went and he started a nutrition company.
Right. No, that was Ryback.
No, he did the same thing.
Hey, I wonder if WWE's going to censor his social media.
As long as he don't start any foolishness, I mean, she should be all right.
I was gonna say that I could see him go to NWA.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to go. I mean, NWA, you got to kind of have some kind of passion for wrestling to fucking put up with that shit.
I'll agree
Mike
with
Tyrus?
Yeah, like, well, yeah. So next we have Aaliyah.
that.
Stardom.
The
I see
Indies.
Indies.
Yeah, Indies definitely. Top Dollar.
I don't know if he goes back to wrestling.
I think he will. I think he'll
Well,
float around
him,
the
him
Indies.
and the rest of Hit Row were on the Indies as
The OG3.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the other two members of Hit Row didn't get fired.
No.
So
Yet.
He
He'll
may.
probably focus on music, I imagine.
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll probably focus on
What
his
are,
music.
what are the other two members of Hit Row going to do without Top Dollar?
I mean,
Are they going to join up with Bobby Lashley's group? I
they're
don't
gonna
think
succeed.
so.
I mean-
That's what they're gonna do.
I think Ashante the Adonis has a chance to break out. Because I think he's not bad.
Send him back to NXT, repackage him.
Yeah, I think he was being held down by Top
For the
Dollar.
third time?
Honestly,
In fact, send
I
them
mean,
both
yeah.
back to NXT.
Oh, I mean,
Like-
well, B-Fab's gonna go with him anyway.
yeah, I think Top Dollar is holding Ashante down myself.
I think so too.
Next we have Rick Boogs.
Indies.
Indies, yeah.
Yeah.
Music.
Indies or maybe like I could see either an MLW or something.
Maybe
Yeah, I
DDT.
can see him in MLW.
Maybe DDT.
I
Send the
can
I
DDT.
think Boogs would make a good NWA power kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah,
Boogs
that's
could.
true.
I mean, he looks like a white supremacist, so he'd work
Wow.
in NWA.
Wow.
Dabo Kato.
Who?
Oh man.
Indies.
Security job.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stick around for wrestling.
Nightclub bouncer.
I don't
Maybe
think
Kevin
he's-
Sullivan will pick him up.
Well, he
and-
started out. I knew him as Babatunde in
Mhm.
Evolve
Yeah.
Right.
before he went to WWE.
Okay.
I feel like he could probably do Indies.
I think if he goes back to the Indies and reinvents himself, then yeah, he stands a chance.
Bryson Montana.
Who is that?
Exactly.
He needs to go back to the Indies. He needs to start on the Indies because he was one of those
Right.
Neil guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shanky.
Is Ring King still around?
No.
Honestly,
OV
I think Shanky.
OVW.
I think Shanky with Al Snow. Hey, we got a Netflix deal. Come on over.
Hey, look.
I think Shanky probably made enough money where he can go back to
Yeah.
Shanking
India,
people?
Costa Rica?
wherever he's from, and just live.
Mexico?
He'll go back to Great Khali's company.
Greg Khali has a company.
Yep, in India.
Jesus Christ.
Called
Let me
Rock
see.
Hakim.
Let me see.
It's called "We Steal Your Money Every Time You Buy a Ticket."
well, so there was I don't know if you guys watched the Netflix show, but there's the one Indian guy who was their champion on the show, and he was talking about how he got started off with Rinka King, and he was really big in India, and he came to the States to make a name for himself. I could see WWE hiring him in NXT at some point, but it's Shanky, Dancing Shanky.
The Great Khali's wrestling company is called Continental Wrestling Entertainment.
Okay.
He's missing the entertainment part, but okay. You know what? First of all, a very loud person.
Yeah, if you want to give your
Don't
microphone to Josh, so you can just scream all you want. Josh can
Right.
have a decent microphone. That would be
If you want to be a little
Josh.
louder and you don't need a microphone, just smoke a few Newports, you'd be good to go.
So what up?
cigarettes, baby.
I'm gonna sound like fucking Stu Hart at the end.
Josh.
They're gonna.
Just send me a Venmo and your address. I'll send you the mic. Unless you're coming to the show on Saturday, then I'll just bring it to the show.
Okay, yeah. But I think I'm going on Saturday.
Because it's a sexy mic. It's not as sexy as our mics, but it's damn near close.
So Marseille and Mansois. Where do
AEW.
they go?
Impact.
You
Impact.
shut your whore
I
mouth.
say
Julian.
Impact.
They need to go to the motherfucking Impact.
If they go to AEW, they're gonna get so lost in the shuffle.
Dude,
They're
the
gonna be
Bucks
jobbing to
need
the Dark Order. What are you talking about?
Hey, they're gonna,
need somebody to bury. Send them over to AEW.
Mason Mansois are gonna walk backstage, and Tony Khan's like, "Sonny Kiss, I thought I fired you." What are you doing here?
Wow. Those are his comments. His comments
You're a
alone. They do not reflect
horrible
those of the Roundtable
individual.
Pro Wrestling Podcast for the network.
Dude.
I need to get a better deal, or this shit's making me hallucinate. Quincy Elliott.
Walmart
OnlyFans.
janitor.
Walmart. Yeah.
I could tell him the Buffalo Wild Wings is probably hiring.
Outside of wrestling.
The janitor at the fucking the splooge
Hey,
machine.
so here's a question for you. I saw somebody on Twitter. They said something about, Quincy Elliott just got fired. I'm surprised that he just got fired because of all the drama. What happened with him?
He was like,
Yeah.
we explained this on the beginning of the show.
Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah.
Lay it out.
Yeah, I don't even know the full story, but I
Besides
know
him
that
slapping somebody with his titties.
he
Oh, fuck. We've missed you, Julian.
They gave him the big country treatment.
Wow.
You know what happened? Vince McMahon showed up and he was like, Mabel? What are you doing here?
It's more like Sweet Sapphire. Where'd you come from?
Wow.
Hey, Quincy Elliott's going to show up to AEW and Tony Khan's going to be like, Sonny Kiss, I thought I got rid of you.
No, Sweet Sapphire, I'm surprised you're still alive.
Wow.
Well, hold on. I mean, okay, so not
gonna
now,
show-
but come March, Quincy Elliott's going to be all elite.
Hey,
Yo,
he's going to
Quincy Elliott
show
gonna shave his
God,
head
I
and become
hope
the new
not.
Abdullah the Butcher.
No, he's going to show back up in WWE. He's going to show back up in WWE and come out with Cody wearing polka dots.
Wow. He gonna hide the meat. He gonna hide the meat hook under his boob.
He can hide a lot under this.
Hey, he's gonna be like, you know what? The Keen Mabel gear didn't work out for me. Let me try the Big Daddy V gear.
Wow.
at that.
Okay, look, we need to stop body shaming this guy. Okay.
He's lifting up his left breast at the trash can full of plunder.
Also, Big Daddy V was awesome.
He hit him with his breastises.
But I hope you don't come out talking about
The people's nipple.
sexual chocolate.
People's nipple. He just swings them back.
Look, I can see it right now. I can see it right now.
Hey, wait. He
Look.
does a Terry Funk with his boobs. Instead of putting a ladder over his shoulders, he just puts his boobs up there.
I can see it now. He comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage with the biggest breast in all of professional wrestling. The man, the myth, the legend, Nipples Elliott. Nipples.
They're gonna have to figure out this. Like, well, we can't call it the tsunami.
The boob nami.
It's this. Maybe they'll just call him Black Typhoon. And
Wow.
Okay, I changed my mind.
Oh my God, Cheeks Jr. He's Cheeks Jr. They're gonna bring Cheeks out of retirement,
Wow.
and him and Cheeks are gonna go on a run through Impact Wrestling.
Hey, you guys better shut your fucking mouths right now, because you know what's gonna happen.
dude,
He's gonna show up at Tennessee fucking backyard wrestling
shit.
and win it all.
No,
Last thing.
no,
Hey.
He's
that'll
gonna
be
show,
our new Tyra.
He's gonna show up in Japan with cheeseburger, call himself Big Mac, and they're gonna call him Happy Meal.
Happy ending meal.
Fucking Happy Star.
Hey, you guys are laughing now, but when he has that 5-star match with Okada in the Tokyo Dome, and
Yeah, okay.
where Quincy Elliott wins the fucking New
I think-
Japan title, y'all won't be laughing.
I think you actually mean 5-course meal.
Yeah,
Okay,
him and
I
Okada
changed
have a 5-course meal in New
I
Japan.
changed my mind. I want to see him in DDT now.
Bring him in New Japan.
Vince, please. Vince is Teflon. He's never going to get fired or fucking anything.
You know what? Endeavor did release their their statement to the board, and under one of the risks for the companies was Vince McMahon was listed as one of their risks.
Duh. I mean,
Right.
you knew
Yeah,
this before you
but,
bought
you
the
know,
company. I mean,
Donald
Right.
Trump became president, so it's not like
you're right
You
about
mean
that.
what do you mean became president? He's still president. Just ask Jericho.
yeah.
Okay. And the last name we have on the list, Dana Brooks.
OnlyFans.
Jesus Christ, Julian.
Yeah.
You got at least you can't just come out and say that.
Well, I mean, what's your name was making like 2.5 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are Julian's comments. His comments
Wait a
alone. They do
minute.
not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast and or OnlyFans.
God damn it, I know it. We are going to have a Quincy Elliott, Dana Brooks joint OnlyFans.
Oh my
Called
God. If
Just
I see Dana
Friends.
Brooke and Quincy Elliott and OnlyFans, I'll poke my fucking eyes out.
And then Lacey Evans is going to randomly show up for a cameo
my
in the
God.
video.
See, I find it funny that the moment you mention that somebody's dog starts barking, okay?
if
That's-
Dana Brooke
that's
teams up
the
with
sign.
Quincy Elliott, her
That's my dog.
ring name is going to be The Beard.
Oh, wait a minute. There is breaking news here.
Oh shit.
Quincy Elliott has just got a job with the circus.
Oh.
He's going to be circumcising the elephants.
Oh God.
He said the pay isn't good, but the tips are huge.
All I'm saying is if Scott Steiner wanted to reopen a Waffle House, he got some employees waiting for
Hey,
him.
that was fucking great. Don't you fucking no-sell my joke. That was great.
Wiz Waffle House.
Wiz Waffle. Oh my God. Can you imagine showing up to a Waffle House and Quincy Elliott's behind the fucking grill?
Actually, yes.
How would he not burn his nipples?
He's like, what's that smell?
Why does
Quincy,
shit
get your
smell like
boob off the
bacon? Oh my
grill.
God, that's my nipples.
Quincy, get your boob out the grill. I'm not going to tell you again.
Yes, boss. Got my boobs off the grill.
Well, why did Quincy become very racist sounding?
It's fucking Quincy Elliott. He's racist, transphobic.
Back to frying up some yard bird.
Yard bird.
Hey, I bought you some yard, but oh my
Yard
God.
bird.
Him and Slick are going to go into the chicken business together.
Wow.
Now,
You
if
say
they
him
had,
and Slick
if,
are going to
if
go
they
into the
had
chicken business?
Slick,
What kind of shit is that?
if they had Slick come out like what's his name, Fring from Los Pollos Hermanos, and he had a faction of healed chicken shack workers, that'd be great.
Wow. Why they gotta be chicken shack workers?
Hey, if you suggest the herd business for that, God damn it, we're done.
Hey, look, man, if I can't have my dude who works at the barbecue joint down the street from Raw,
You're never gonna let that shit go.
I'm never
are
gonna
you?
let it down. I want my heel faction of chicken shack workers.
That, you know what? I know why they did all these cuts today. They needed to free up money so they could bring Heath Slater back so 3MB can reignite.
Oh, you know, that's what I'm
Wow.
saying. They had to
It
free up
makes
some
sense
money.
now. It makes sense now. They had to sign Heath to that fat contract.
Wait until Jinder gets released. Now.
I'm gonna say Dana
Jinder and Almost are on the next list.
I'm gonna say Dana Brooke and Emma team up in Impact Wrestling.
I think Dana's going to go back into fitness modeling.
If she went and did
I don't
Impact
think she's
Wrestling,
gonna
that would be
do
lit
that.
too.
Yeah.
I don't think
That'd be
Dana's going
fine.
to. I don't think she's going to stick with wrestling. I
Well,
think
like
she's
what
going to go back to
Ultimate
being a
Hater said,
fitness
where
model.
He thinks Dana's gonna be at.
Well, that's possible too. Hey, she don't need a job if she's Bane Batista.
She's not. She's with somebody else. She's not with Batista.
Do you think that matters?
Bang it, Batista.
Guess what?
Wow.
Melina wasn't. She was with someone else and still Bane and Batista.
That's wrestling.
No. It really happened.
You're like, no, that should really happen.
That's really happening.
Batista
And
talked
we
about
all
his-
we all dabble in it sometimes, don't we?
We all dabble.
Melina.
Dabble.
No, we all bang Batista when we're with somebody
Oh
else.
yeah.
Whoa.
I
Hold
mean,
on a second.
you
can
show
bang
me a
Batista all you
man.
want.
You show me someone that hasn't Bane Batista while being in
Holy
another
shit.
relationship. I'll
Hey,
show you a
speak-
liar.
Right here.
Speaking
Me.
of dabble,
Me.
you could
Liar.
have Dana Brooke come out in a genie costume and have Quincy Elliott be like Babu, saying "Yabble dabble."
Whoa! Why has he got to be Babu? That's racist.
Well, he ain't gonna be genie.
You
Why
damn sure ain't
not?
gonna be a genie in a lamp.
Nice.
He's a big ass.
Come on,
What
I mean,
if-
that would
what-
be
what
peak
if he's the
comedy.
genie
His
in the
body
lamp from
coming out of the
fucking-
lamp.
Like, no.
The Canadian wrestling show we watch on Fridays.
Oh my god!
Me
What?
too.
What?
What if they rub it and all of a sudden
Oh,
Quincy
You know,
Elliott just shows
you know
up?
what?
Oh,
They have
yes.
absolutely nothing to lose by doing that.
Hey, look, Quincy Elliott shows up, and then Rob Banks comes and like steals his outfit and runs.
Don't you fucking dare
And
put
then-
Rob Banks in that.
Don't
You've just said Rob Banks' name in Bane. How dare you?
You're not
Yo,
putting-
he literally just fucking said Rob Banks' name in the shittiest context ever.
Do not
That
put
you,
a
my
friend,
legend
can go
like
fuck
Rob
yourself.
Banks. in the
Rob
same
Banks would take
category.
off his mask and go, "Doesn't work for me, brother."
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Rob Banks is a future Hall of Famer.
Hey, maybe Quincy can go get a job at Hogan's Beach Shop. You know, he loves the
Wow.
African American community.
Oh boy.
I think it's time we
Brock's
just
like,
stop this
hey,
now.
wait, why'd you release Quincy Elliott? I ain't had a chance to beat him for a title yet.
Brock's like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm good, bro. I can lift a lot of things, but I don't know about
Brock
that.
would be in WWE for a long time.
87-year-old Brock finally beating Quincy Elliott for the world
For the 24/7 title that they just
Wow.
resuscitated it just for him. Like, hey,
He's gonna
Brock,
fucking beat him for the Divas title. The one that's broken in half. He's gonna put it
Actually,
together like
you want to know something funny? There's one black guy that Brock hasn't taken the belt off of.
who?
Ron Killings.
Yeah, what? Brock shows up in NWA TNA and takes the title off.
Man,
Fucking
Where he
outrageous.
travels back in time to beat him for the NWA World Title.
okay. And you know what? Who still has a job in WWE?
Archer.
Ron the fucking killing.
Okay, so let's talk about the people who still have a job in the WWE that shouldn't be there. Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can come up with.
Well,
Just Matt Riddle.
No. I'm sorry. Raquel Rodriguez.
Wow.
God, don't say that.
I didn't forget about her.
She's my
How
I
did
think
favorite
she's
female
boring
wrestler.
as fuck, but I don't wish her to not have a job.
you know what's
No,
really funny?
I don't wish her not to have a job. I just wish her not to have a job on TV.
I'm
Wow.
gonna say Johnny Wrestling.
There are people so far under the radar that they forgot to fire them,
Right.
like
Johnny
Veer.
Gargano.
Hey, you know what
Um,
happened was Vince
Remember
walked
how long
around
NXT
catering.
UK lasted?
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Vince walked around catering and just started marking names off. So if you just happen to not be in catering at the time, you're safe.
No, what it is the WWE just sent out a mass text and they were like, press 1 if you want to be included. And people were like, oh shit, yeah, I want to be included in they press
Damn
1.
it.
You're fired.
See, that's what it is they walk around catering. Matt
They were like, who
Cardona
wants a
would
special
still
message from Vince.
Matt Cardona would still have a job with the company if he just could have fucking stayed away from the chicken that night.
Just stay away from the hot plate.
He's like, usually I order out, but I forgot, so let me go to cater. And Vince was like, huh.
Yeah. You come here. You're fired.
You're fired.
Weren't you one of those edge heads? You're
Hey.
gone.
Aren't you Brian Myers? No, I'm Matt Cardona, sir. Yeah,
Same thing. You're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah, I wonder,
Anyway.
like, when WWE has like special guests backstage, like celebrities, and Vince was like, "How long's that guy been on the roster? Get rid of him." It's like, sir, that's Snoop Dogg.
Gable. So looking at what Ultimate Hater said, Gable Stevenson.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's probably on the teetering block right now.
The
if
Rock's
he
daughter.
doesn't,
What is your problem with the Rock's daughter? Like
Dude,
he's
she ain't
mentioned
going
her
nowhere.
like 3 times.
Okay, Nia Jackson, the Rock's daughter, they're grandfathered in literally
Oh yeah,
as part of the Samoan family. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. They ain't going
So
nowhere.
Nia Jackson just came back. So
and you know Nia Jax is amazing. I don't care what anyone
Hey.
says.
Never assume that WWE would just
Right.
release somebody that came back.
Hey, if Tamina still has a
I mean,
job,
shit.
if
Yeah,
Tamina still has a job, then they're safe.
Tazawa still has a job.
Oh
Yep.
my god, I forgot about him.
I forgot.
The
Dude,
Rock's daughter-
they need people for Live Wire or 20
Jacked metal.
whatever that hour Saturday show is. I don't
The
know.
Rock's daughter is really growing into her role in
Voltage.
NXT. You know,
And
she's
what
still
is JBL doing?
right. I don't, is JBL even with the company?
Yeah.
When's the last time he's
He
been?
has a
And Kevin
legend
Dunn.
contract.
Hey, Kevin Dunn his dad ran into a burning building and like saved old WWF tapes. He's set for life.
Yeah, he saved like Vince's dog or his cat or something.
Yeah,
So-
Kevin Dunn will never.
I
retire.
think, truthfully, if either or both Chelsea Green and Piper Niven weren't tag champions right now, probably
Drew,
they would have gotten
We
really.
know that means absolutely nothing. If you're holding
Right,
the women-
that don't
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah, that's
nothing.
true. Yeah.
if you were holding the women's
I'm one
tag
half of the
champs, you
women's
probably
tag
got a
team
target on your
champion.
back.
Yeah, you might as well be holding the 24/7 title at this point.
That's a
Drew,
good
did you
point.
forget? I'm one half of the women's tag team champion.
You shut your whore mouth. Dude, bring that belt up again.
Josh
you're
probably got a
released now too,
termination letter in the
Josh.
mail.
So, Julian, we need you to
You know
stop
what?
going on vacation because every
Josh is
time you do,
released.
shit pops off. Yeah, we wish you the best in your future endeavors, Josh. Last time you left us alone, CM Punk got fired. Like, stop
You are
fucking
just-
going places.
You know what? I need to hold on, Josh. Let me move you real quick.
All right.
I gotta move Josh. Drew, you're gonna go over where Josh is at
Okay.
because Josh Josh and Julian cannot be on the same side of the screen
That's just
Because-
all types of bad
because
luck.
Julian was gone, so Josh started pulling out that fucking women's title belt. Shit started happening. Look, look.
No, don't put them next to each other. The whole place will
Why you
explode.
put him out there? God damn it!
Everybody getting fired.
I didn't
Look,
do
look.
something. I didn't do
Hey, look, we're gonna wake up tomorrow.
Yeah,
to-
I'm the only one on this stream that doesn't even have fucking StreamYard access.
Look, we're gonna wake up tomorrow
next,
to
buddy.
like Shinsuke Nakamura release. I'm like, oh fuck.
No, I'm back. I'm back. So like all the releases
yeah.
are done.
Oh, yeah,
When you going on vacation again?
In 3 days.
Did you say you're gonna be in?
He's like,
in
I'll be
fucking-
gone Saturday. Oh fuck, there we go.
Did you say you're gonna be in Nevada on Monday?
No, I'm going to be in Reno on Monday. But you know, it's
Wait,
got to be. I've
wait a
got to be
minute.
gone for
What-
like a
what's-
number of days.
What
So,
state
like-
is Reno in?
So it's in Nevada.
Oh, isn't that what I just said?
Don't
Yeah.
gamble with Julian because he'll get you fired.
So what'll happen is when we go to Norfolk, Virginia, I'm going to get on an airplane Thursday night, and Friday morning, people will start getting fired.
Wow.
Here's
Julian's
what
calling
happened.
his shot.
Here's what happened. Last night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time, Vince McMahon was like, oh, let me turn on the Roundtable and watch my favorite trivia night. And so he tuned to the channel. He's like, trivia's not on tonight? Well, I got to do something else to pass my time. Give me the roster. It's time to cut some people. So, yeah, it's your fault, Julian. If we would have had trivia, Vince would have been distracted because he watches every week, and there would have been no cuts. It's your fault.
Wow. Damn it, Julian. You just got all
Hey,
these people fired. How
But
did
you know who does
feel?
have a job? Your future world heavyweight champion, Omos.
Hey,
Yes,
you know what?
for now.
Vince is watching right now. He's like, oh, the guy that canceled trivia likes almost. Fire.
He's got to stay.
Vince,
He's like, I bet he likes the Nielsen taker too. Damn Nielsen's.
You know what? The only reason almost is still there is because Vince thinks he's Kali. He's like, oh, Kali, good to see you back here again.
You really could be right about that.
Even Sasha thought
Hey.
that was funny.
MVP has a job because he can hide behind almost, so Vince don't even know he's there.
He's like, but if you get rid of MVP, what's Omos going to do? Yeah, I guess you're right.
And all of these people are still listed on the active roster. WWE.com, by the way.
I'm not gonna.
Ones who got
Well, yeah,
fired
they
is what we're
fired.
talking
They
about.
fired their internet persons. There's no one to move
Yeah.
on the website
can't-
now.
They can't update it. Yeah, they did. The
Right.
person in charge of social media, they got rid of her too.
Yeah, so they had no one to update the website. Hey, in 10
she
years,
even went on LinkedIn and was like, if you guys know anybody that's looking for a good social media person, let them
Hey.
know. Send them my way. And I'm
You're
thinking
gonna
to
go to-
myself, yo, Tony Khan.
you're going to go to WWE.com tomorrow, and it's going to be like, this domain is no longer active.
Wow.
Okay. Apollo Crews still has a job.
Yes,
So does Dexter Loomis.
yes. Which is crazy. All the people that got fired by Vince the first time that Triple
Are
H
still
brought
there.
back, none of them got released this time. Except for
JD
Top
McDonough
Dollar.
has a job.
Top Dollar is the only one to get released that was released originally by Vince.
Didn't
Dabba-Kato, too.
Triple H bring back Emma?
Yeah, he did.
No, Dabba-Kato wasn't released, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Hey, what Odyssey Jones, isn't he in NXT?
Yeah.
He was.
He's like Quincy Elliott, but straight.
Better. At literally everything.
They were going to be the new nation.
Yeah, probably not.
Is Blair Davenport still in WWE?
Yes. Blair Davenport and Isla Dawn, which my so my little boo thing is a big Isla Dawn fan or whatever the name is.
Isla Dawn.
Yeah, he was like, he's texted me like 10 times today. I'm so glad they didn't cut her. Yeah,
Oh, I forgot you have a wrestling fan guy.
I know, it's crazy. It's weird. I don't know how to see. Now Julian's going to go on vacation. He's going to leave me because bad things happen when Julian goes on vacation. I'm going to get futured endeavored in my relationship because of you, Julian.
I'm just going to say this once and once again. People are getting future endeavor from Endeavor. How fucking poetic.
Yeah, that is great.
Well, that's like people get fired from fire.
Hey, where's Cameron Grimes?
On the moon.
Good question. He's
At some point.
hiding from Vince so he don't get cut.
He's like, I'm on the moon.
I'm on the
Woo!
moon. You can't fire me.
He's doing the JTG.
Can't fire what you can't find, right?
Oh
Right.
yeah, JTG held his job for a long time.
Oh my God. Who else? Who else had a job for a long time and you're like, he was still there when he got released? Hell, I think no one had the longest time with the company and got released in the Brooklyn Brawler.
Zelina
Yeah.
Vega still got a job.
Yeah. Brawler was there for like 40
Karrion Kross
years.
still had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karrion
Why?
Kross still has a job.
Why? Yeah. What has he done? I forgot he was even there. The Good Brothers still have jobs, and what have they done?
Wow,
Nothing.
fucked up.
Johnny Gargano, Candice.
Lola Vice, whoever that was. No idea.
Oh,
what
what's her
about
name? Nikki
Zion
Cross.
Quinn?
Yeah,
she
Zion
was on.
Quinn still has
She
a
was
job.
on main event this past week.
Ooh,
So-
God, he's hot.
Your free agents are
Who's that, Drew?
well, Brock Lesnar, Cedric Alexander. They got Humberto and
You, I'm
Angel
talking about
Garza
you.
up here, but they're on SmackDown. Logan
naked
Paul
over there,
MVP,
Drew?
Omos,
Sorry, I
Von
No, I-
Wagner is
I
a
talked about
free
the guy being
agent.
hot, and then my husband walked out. Just looked at me like, "What are you talking about?"
I say, what the fuck you talking about, Drew?
What do you want to talk
Talking
about?
you.
You're a goddamn liar, Drew.
Here.
Yes, I am. lying.
Valhalla's got a
Uh,
job.
Yeah, yeah. The
Mr. Stone still
the
has a job.
fucking smelly fucking
who's
Viking
Mr.
lady has
Stone?
a job. Robertson. He used to be Robert. Robbie.
Used to be Robbie
E.
E.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I brought him to BCW one time.
I remember that.
What about the secretary?
Who?
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 The secretary.
She's listed as a manager.
Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
Oh, you know, this is kind of cool on the roster page where Bray Wyatt's profile would have been. They put the rocking chair. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Who's Alicia Taylor?
She's a backstage lady.
Okay.
She's the one.
Um,
she's the one hot chick that keeps doing the pre-shows.
Oh,
Remember, I'm like, who
Yeah.
the fuck is this chick?
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Angel Garza and Humberto Correa still having a
Okay,
job. It's
so
kind of surprising.
they're being moved from NXT back to the main roster, and they're going to be added to
Future endeavored.
what's that fucking tag team? The Latino group.
LWO.
LWO.
Yeah, they're going to add to LWO.
Who the hell is Boa?
Boa still has a job.
Yeah, he's still on the roster.
Wow, I've seen Boa in months in NXT.
It's my first time seeing him, so I don't know who he is.
I'm already
Let's
at the
see.
T's almost. Tatum Paxley.
Who the fuck's
Yeah,
Dante Chen?
Dante Chen is
He
he's
was
an
in
Asian guy
NXT.
who lost his dad, and his dad wanted to see him wrestle his first match. So he dedicated his first match to his dad, and then Zion Quinn fucked him up.
Mm.
Oh,
Eric and Ivar, how do they still have jobs?
Who's Eddie Dennis?
He
Yeah.
used to be
He was a
he used to
UK
be
guy.
he used to be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Shit. Let me look his phone number.
Eddie Dennis is still listed on the.
Who
He's
the
been gone
fuck-
for a while.
Who is Guru Raj?
I don't know.
Another
Guru
NXT guy.
Raj? Is his name Guru Raj?
Another NXT guy.
Jagger Reed's still listed. Who the fuck's Jinder Mahal?
Hey, you watch your
Who he
mouth.
ever beat?
Watch your
Yeah, but-
language.
Oh my god, I forgot Katana and Kaden were still fucking there.
Mosh is listed as an ambassador.
Really?
The Headbangers just got signed
Oh yeah, they did.
to a Legends contract.
I forgot about Speaking of legends, I forgot about Last Legend. Is she still around?
Unfortunately,
Yeah. He
That's
is, I believe.
awesome. Malik Blade.
What about Ricochet? He hasn't done anything that much in
Oh.
WWE.
Dude,
He just
he's
had
on
that
Raw
big
every
match with
week.
Logan Paul.
O'Shea.
Yeah, he's on Raw every week. What are you talking? Well, then again, Mustafa Ali was supposed to be wrestling for the North American title next week.
Yeah, well, so much
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
what I was gonna say. Like,
Aleister Black got released right when they were doing vignettes for him to return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons. Nikki Cross is someone I'm surprised is still around.
I hope they
I'm
don't
always
get rid of
gonna
Nikita
support
Lyons.
I'm always gonna support
Um,
Nikki Cross.
Katana Chance is still there.
Who the fuck is Oro Mensa?
Another NXT fucking guy that you don't see on TV anymore.
Okay. Ridge Holland. Sangha. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that fucking Veer and the other guy didn't get cut.
Hey, Vegas got a
because they haven't done
profile
nothing.
here.
Yeah, they're big in India.
Scripps, I'm surprised Scripps is still around. Reggie. Tegan Knox, is she still around?
With a name
People
like
were speculating that she was going to get fired because apparently on Busted Open, Mark Henry said that she was released.
Tony D'Angelo, I like. Trick Williams, I like.
the TikTok twins, tag team.
Wendy Chu is still around?
I love Wendy Chu.
Wait, Wolfgang is still around? When's the last time he did anything?
Well, they're talking about the UK guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the UK ain't a show anymore. So why are they keeping him around?
Good question.
Why are we doing though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
See, free agents.
I just like
I'm
to say
just
we don't
looking
want to
at-
see anybody lose a job. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just looking at. I accidentally clicked on all superstars, which brought up everybody that's ever been in the company. I'm just looking like people's old pictures, like Big Show's old picture and Big Cass's old picture.
Wait, I got confused for a second because I went on the alumni section and I saw A Kid, and I'm like, wait a minute, he got released, but then I remember that he just
A Kid?
repackaged. Yeah, he's the one that they repackaged as Axiom.
Axiom.
Mm-hmm.
Akeem is on there for the
Hell yeah.
alumni,
He's never gonna leave.
the first African American superstar. Armando Estrada.
Estrada.
Let's, you know what? I'm going to do that in my spare time. I'm going to go through the alumni section and count how many people are in other companies right now.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your Wither franchise player. That's Sunday Center. That's Double J, Josh James. That's Big Money Drew. And the returning mixologist.
Bad luck himself. Chemical Jewel.
Bad luck, Kimmy.
Hashtag future endeavored. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night for Friday Night Raw. Really
Women's tag team.
awful
Wrestling.
wrestling.
Women's tag team.